Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to your Soulversation for the month. We're gonna take this from, today is the 23rd, so take this from the 23rd of January up until the 23rd of February. However, please note that all of our Soulversations right here on the flow are timeless. So whenever you need to access the reading or whenever the messages are relevant to you, the universe will just conspire to bring you the messages at the right time and space. Already, Aquarius, as I'm, cutting the deck and shuffling, I'm seeing lots of new change and lots of fortunate events for you when you take charge of what you're passionate about, when you take charge of really meditating and taking the time to see and evaluate what really lights your spark. Reevaluate what you want to achieve in life, and really just go over the people, places and things and scenarios that you were told were a certain way, and just awakening to new ways of thinking, basically, which is super interesting because that's pretty much what we went over on the podcast. You can go check it out. It's available on Spotify and Anchor FM. The link is in our bio. That's available for you, as well as a freebie for your birthday. I've posted an Astro Motion mood calendar for you guys to access and be able to plan your month, and just go through the month with ease and grace. I couldn't think of a better birthday present than that, Aquarius. So before I start shuffling, we have the Queen of Swords at the back of the deck. That is your energy. It's also Gemini and Libra energy for me. But what this tells me, basically, starting off your reading, Aquarius, is that you're in a space where you're really being protective about your boundaries. You're not letting any people dictate to you how you should think. You're not letting anybody dictate to you how you should live, and you're also just being very careful with who you let into your space and who you give your time, energy and space. And I think that is some bomb ass beautiful energy to start off Aquarius season, So let's get straight into your Soulversations. Ancestors of the highest love and light. Ooh, we have 2 cards coming out so far. Let me put them out and then we're gonna go through them. Ancestors of the highest love and light, Most High, Holy Spirit, Guardian Angels of the Aquarian collective watching right now. What messages are for their highest good? Thank you. Alrighty, so we're going to start off with the 4 cards that are here for you, Aquarius. I'm not sure if you can see them all, but I'm going to lift them up for you. Again, at the back of the deck, we have the Queen of Swords. Let's see what's under that. Oh, perfect. Yeah, so as I said, just protecting your boundaries and what you've really worked hard to achieve in this life in general. And we opened the reading, first of all, with the 9 of Cups, and I think that's just the most amazing energy. Coming in from a space where you now know and understand what it is to have healthy boundaries and what it is to stand up for what you believe in, you're able to get all of your desires. Even if it's not, instant manifestation, you are definitely in a space where you're beginning to see the fruits of your labor coming to pass. You're in this space where you're super grateful, you're in that gratitude of attitude, looking at the cup as half full instead of half empty, regardless of any situation that you may be going through. But most importantly, just enjoying yourself and enjoying life as it comes to you, and being in a space where, because you are enjoying life, you are being able to set up these healthy boundaries, with the Queen of Swords, as we saw earlier, and just being able to protect your space, being able to protect, what you worked so hard for, here with the Eight of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands. You've really gone through it. You've gone through it in so many aspects of your life, and you're just in a space where you're taking responsibility for your vibration, and you're taking responsibility as well for the vibrations that you let into your life at this time. This is you being like, I'm gonna have a happy life regardless of what anybody thinks or says that I should do instead. And I think that's some very liberating energy. We love it. It's followed by the Knight of Cups. So because you're in this space where you know what you want, you're in this space where you are able to enjoy all of your victories and even enjoy your bad days, you're able to then take that love that you have been able to master for yourself and masterfully give it to others through doing things that you love, not just doing things that you love, but also hanging out in spaces that you love, hanging out with people that love you equally. It's an equal give and take situation. For others of you, I do have to say, I feel strongly these are two groups of like Aquarians, because I did mention in the description of the video, if I didn't mention in the beginning, that this video is going to apply to people who have Aquarius placements, so mostly in the sun position. So if you have an Aquarius sun, an Aquarius moon, or an Aquarius rising, or even Aquarius in Venus and Jupiter, this is going to apply to you in so many different ways. So for those of you who are defending, the things that you love and, the type of career that you want to follow through, those are for the people who mostly have Aquarius sun placements, moon and rising, as well as those who have Aquarius in Jupiter or an Aquarius stellium. Now there are others of you, Aqua Gang, who, to be honest, this is a situation where you have been able to cut off people, places, and things that don't serve your highest good, like point blank, period. You have learned how to love yourself. And in learning how to love yourself, you're attracting people who want to now love you. And so this could also be, for another group of you, an indication of new love coming into your life. So some of you might have been single for a while and enjoying the single life and just, really mastering how to have a healthy relationship with yourself. It's now, putting out into the universe that you're ready for someone else to bring their cup of love to you. So we see that with the Knight of Wands. And for some of you, the color blue and red may be really significant, because I'm seeing it a lot in the cards here. It could be a favorite color, it could be something that you're wearing at the moment. You might have something that's like mixed with blue or red. It really doesn't have to be, but it will apply for whoever it makes sense to. Alrighty, so moving on to the next card, we have the Ten of Cups. As you can see in the card, there are two people who are holding one cup, and the Nine of Cups is in the background, and we have the rainbow. So symbolically, in esotericism and in spirituality in general, or any type of just symbology, words, the rainbow signifies happiness, it signifies diversity, it signifies the fruits of being able to believe in the unseen, because some of the most beautiful things come from things that we had no idea were available to us or for us. And so, as I said earlier, this is really indicating to a love reading. It just turned, we were here trying to be deep about our souls. But then that's the funny thing though, that when love comes up in a reading, that it is a spiritual thing, and I feel like it's an even better indicator when it feels spiritual, that it's something that is not karmic, something that is there to build us up and that is there for us to build the other up on. And so this is the energy of being able to be whole on our own, and therefore attracting, you know, people, places, and things that are attracted to that wholeness and are coming with their own wholeness, you know, coming with their own cup to fill and to share, in order to bring that happiness, that oneness, that unity. You can see a male and a female hand in the picture. For me, I feel like that's first and foremost, before, you know, we go back to the whole lovey-dovey aspect of it, and a beautiful relationship is coming, you know, or you are already probably talking to somebody who you feel like this is something that I could hold on to, this is something that I could grow with, instead of it being a relationship being steered by people's emotions. It's relatedness, and that relatedness comes from the oneness within you. So you being able to unify the divine masculine within you and the divine feminine within you is now attracting people, places, and things who have done that same unification within themselves. And you know, we could also say that it's now attracting a life partner, or it is with regards to your work, it's attracting a business partner that has the same goal and objective as you do. With regards to passion as well, this is somebody who feels the same amount of passion for what they do and for what you do as well. And so bringing in that extra oomph and that extra final magical touch, because, you know, rainbows are only formed through rain and sunshine. And so it's being able to marry the yin and the yang of our life cycle, our life roller coasters, in order to bring that true happiness to fulfillment. Now, I know most of you are like, that's a Monopoly card. Yes, it is. It is. And don't you even try and judge me about it. I basically put this card in the deck, number one, because I feel like it has its own entire meaning on the side, and also I'm not going to, you know, brush over details here. I did lose my High Priestess card, which is the universe saying a whole other different message to me, but it's not related, and I digress, and I'm coming back to the reading. So this is meant to be the High Priestess card, and if we put it into you know, consideration of the messages that we're talking about here, this is, I would call it full emotional intelligence, like the kind of fulfillment of or self-actualization in terms of emotional fulfillment, emotional intelligence, because you've mastered your emotions, because you've mastered how you want to appear in the world and what you love to do, and just the emotion of love in its totality. You're letting spirit lead, you're letting your soul guide your path, and because of that, the universe is then now bringing people, places, and things into your reality that also, you know, go about their lives by listening to their gut, by listening to their intuition, by listening to what source energy, what God, what the universe has to say to them, you know, as individuals. And so I feel like this is just such a beautiful way for all of your unseen helpers, whether you know, you acknowledge them or not. They are bringing in this really beautiful, empowering message of what the rewards can be and what the rewards are for when you choose to let your soul lead, when you let go of the ego and let it be and love it as it is, and really look at yourself from a deeper perspective. I think that's so beautiful, because if we look at it on the flip side, you know, on the business side of things, we have the word empire right up here, right? And it says keep this card secret, play at any time. I feel like with this you're being guided to keep whatever projects that are really close to your heart, especially something that you've been working on, that has been like a lifelong dream for you, a secret until you are absolutely completely done with it, and and you feel like you're completely emotionally satisfied and you're ready to release it to the world. But also with this, going back to just the whole essence of the card, the way it says, swap the topmost billboard in your tower with the topmost billboard in the opponent's tower. It reminds me of that Bible verse. I'm not sure exactly which one, but I feel like it's in the book of Psalms in the Bible, where it says that God prepares a table in front of thine enemies. And I feel like not just that verse, but like nearly every story in the Bible is misinterpreted, but that's a whole other story for a whole other day. But yeah, I feel like, especially with it coming out in this reading for your Soulversation, I feel like this is basically a culmination of the amount of work that you've been doing, both the healing work and the actual work that you've been doing to put into your dreams, to put into your relationships, to put into yourself. The universe is presenting you basically with a situation or a sum of situations, which basically I would say, instead of what the traditional way of interpreting that verse for having a table prepared in front of your enemies, it's not necessarily where the universe gives you something and you're meant to go and gloat over it in front of people, but it's a situation where all of those doubts and fears that you have had, all of the negative self-talk that you had while on your journey, it's basically the universe giving you a gift, giving you that validation that you didn't give up, and this is your reward for not giving up. You didn't listen or give in to those negative connotations or suggestions of others, or even those negative voices that started within your own mind. Being able to just fully master and love yourself and acknowledge that you may not be exactly where you want to be, but you are sure as hell headed there. You know what I mean? And that's all coming through listening to your intuition, just following your gut feelings, no matter what anybody says or what anybody thinks about what you're doing, so yeah, circling back real quick, because again, this is I'm feeling two main energies for people. So this is like a kind of self-actualization type of reading, as well as like elements of love coming out. And I feel like I need to just repeat that this love that may be coming in is something that you've been trying to manifest for a really long time. It's something that has only been able to start materializing through the start of your own self-love, funny through your own self-love journey. So yeah, it's funny. There may be one of you who says that, like somebody might, that might, apply to your situation. Somebody might tell you they love you, like without exaggeration. I don't know who that is for, but it might apply. I don't believe in coincidence, and so I'm just gonna leave that there. But basically, if we're going back to the whole love situation, by you being able to master your own emotions and just really truly love yourself with all of your awkwardness and quirkiness and beautiful uniqueness, you're attracting people, places, and things that are attracted to that same aspect of you, and that also carry that within themselves. They are proud of who they are, they follow their intuition, they are emotionally intelligent, people coming to you with full cups, to share with you, to create happiness and vitality, and I just feel the word divinely guided relationships, divinely guided soul connections, kind of an end to a situation of where, you know, you had to go through a healing process. You may have had to, you know, leave a long-standing relationship, but that relationship needed to end in order for you to truly discover what love meant to you and what love means just in general, you know, healing both the mother and father wounds that you might have, and just being able to come into culmination and really just acceptance of what is, and, you know, being able to look at things from a different perspective, being able to learn when and where you need to wear your armor and where you don't need to wear your armor, learning where to be vulnerable and where not to be vulnerable. And I feel like that's your overall advice for this reading. As you continue on in this beautiful season that is Aquarius, just continue to follow your gut, continue to do your meditation practice, continue to be mindful, continue to look at things that hurt you and feel them in the moment instead of dismissing them and, you know, going back to them later. And I feel like there is nothing but absolute bliss and abundance in all spaces of your life, Aquarius. With the cards that are coming out, I'm super optimistic that your birth month is going to be the bestest month for you yet, especially for those of us who have put in the intentional work to become the bestest versions of ourselves. And that's the collective that I read for, to be honest. So yeah, that was it. Thank you so much for joining me on my first ever comeback to doing Soulversations. Mad shout out to those of you who are with us at Collective, but now we're just flowing with the flow, and so we are the flow. Feel free to check out your freebie for the month. I've put up an Astro Motion mood calendar for you, Aquarius, for you to be able to navigate this birth month of yours with ease and grace. Don't worry if you're not an Aquarius. You can easily just order your own Astro Motion mood calendar on the website as well. And if you want to book a Soulversation specific to your own situation, you can do so on the website as well, because these are general Soulversations, because I'm tapping into the general collective that is Aquarius. If you have Aquarius placements, this should fit for you. Again, reminding you, this is a timeless reading, so whenever you watch it is whenever it applies for you. So yeah, that's it for now. Coming up next is going to be the Capricorn reading. So if you have any Capricorn placements, don't forget to tune into that. But for my other signs, don't you worry, the rest of you are going to be well taken care of. I'll be putting up more videos as the week goes on, so you can just click subscribe and click the notification bell so that you don't miss any of the videos that I upload. For now, I send you so much love and so much light. Namaste.